Hey guys, this is Breach. How are you guys doing today? We're starting up a new Let's Play. This is Pokemon Blue. And our caveat for this one is we are going to catch them all 151, without trading and without using cheat codes. Now, I am playing this on my computer because it's a little bit easier for me to record that way. A lot of bit easier, actually, because, anytime you find a Game Boy player out in the world, it doesn't have the disc with it, let alone trying to find a cartridge with a battery that works. But anyway, I'm going to try and do as much of this on screen for you as I can. There will be some segments that we do off screen, some 5% encounter rates, and then once we get to the Pokemon that we have to glitch into the game, because, you have to use glitches if you're going to do it this way. I'm going to show you the base way to do it, and then I may do a few of them off screen. We'll see. I've recorded up to about halfway into the game so far, and yeah, we're naming our rival Jerkwad, because, we're going to keep it PG, but we still don't like that guy. But, there's only 3 Pokemon I've had to glitch into the game so far that I've done. I've done Mew, I've done Gengar, and I've done Electabuzz so far. And, I got Mew and Electabuzz recorded just fine. Gengar's recording kind of crapped out on me. So I may go back and re-record that just to show it off. And I'll explain the glitch once we get there and how it works and how you can pull it off. But as for now, we're starting off our Pokemon adventure just like anybody else. And we're going to go through the majority of the game without really exploiting it too terribly much. Like, we're going to go from Palette to Elite Four and do that, but we're also going to catch all 151 Pokemon. Which, I got inspired a bit by the speedruns, and watching them, they use so many different glitches that it's hard to follow. And it's hard to understand that, yes, this is something you can do at home too. Whether you're playing on your computer, on a cartridge, you can pull off more or less all of the necessary glitches to catch them all. They're not super intensive to learn. They're not super hard to pull off. We're starting with Squirtle, by the way, and we're not going to give him a nickname, not yet. I had recorded this before I started taking nicknames from people. So we picked Squirtle. Obviously, Jerkwad picks Bulbasaur because he's got to try and be stronger than us, even though he gets his butt kicked every time. And sure enough, he wants his first whooping here. So let's oblige him, shall we? Now, another good reason to pick up Squirtle over any of the other starters is his starting moveset. Charmander is going to start with Scratch and Growl, Bulbasaur is going to start with Tackle and Growl, and Squirtle is going to start with Tackle and Tail Whip. Now, Tail Whip is a very, very underrated move early in the game. It basically will double your attack power against a lot of Pokemon. Even with Growl, after I did Tail Whip, my Tackle was doing a fair amount of damage to him there, which makes the fights a lot more efficient. Saves you time, almost secures the win. Like, there are a lot of people I know that die in this opening fight, and we took 6 damage and got the level up. And this fight's very critical in, getting your money early on, because if we're going to catch them all, we're going to need a lot of Pokeballs. There is going to be a point later on where we'll use another easy-to-perform glitch to solve all our money and our item issues, but that's not until, 3/4 through the main game. So we got our Squirtle, we're off to go on our own Pokemon adventure. Nothing really else we need, right? We don't need anything else to go save the world and get all the Pokemon. We just get our Pokemon and go. That's Professor Oak at his finest. And, naturally you have Rattatas, Pidgeys in this area. That's it. Can't remember the specific encounter rates, but they're both super common. It may even be 50-50. Maybe 60-40, something like that. They're both high enough that you're not going to have trouble running into either of them on this route. In fact, you're going to run into them way more than you want throughout this game. Now, this dude is always a troll. He always steps right into your path there. One other thing I glossed over there, at the very beginning, whenever you get control of your character, walk over to your PC and you can withdraw a potion. That first person I encountered on the route up here also gives you a potion. So, if you're new to the game, just kind of dorking around experimenting with stuff, you have some outs on being able to take some damage and still be able to recover well to go fight on without getting to a Pokemon Center. We got to level 7, not quite the level we need to be to start using a special attack. And I'll go into special and normal attacks probably in the next episode whenever it becomes more apparent. But we're going to go ahead and heal up just because, we're not running from too much here. We need some levels on our Squirtle. Need to get him beefed up a little bit. And you may notice it there. As with the Dragon Quest series, my computer doesn't really like to record in longer than 6 to 7 minute chunks. So I tried to make the cuts as unobtrusive as possible. But you go up to the Pokemon Mart, because that's where you buy Pokeballs, right? Well, not right now. He gives you Oak's Parcel, because, what are we besides a delivery boy in the beginning? So we pick up Oak's Parcel, and then, sure enough, we get to head right back. But conveniently, there's these ledges, and there's really only like 6 tiles of grass that you have to walk through, so you're not really going to run into too many encounters on the way back, hopefully. And we didn't. Good. Always a crapshoot doing post-commentary whenever I say something like that, and then, risk just putting the foot right in the mouth. And I walk up to Oak on this side. It's a tactic they use in the speedrun, because whenever your rival, Jerkwad, walks in, he walks at half speed, right there, and you can save a tile for him walking by stepping up there. By either stepping there or stepping behind Oak, you can save a little bit of frames. So, I'm not going to be doing this. This is definitely not a speed run, by any stretch of the words. But I will show off, little tips and tricks that are easier to help you out if you decide you want to go do that. The speed run, I'm pretty sure, still starts with Squirtle, and they try and make sure they have a very specific special stat for him. In this game, you have 4 attacks: attack, defense, speed, and special. And those will govern how you do in battle, obviously. And naturally, more Rattatas. Now this is also like one of the only versions of the game when you don't get Pokeballs just given to you by one of Professor Oak's aides. You just get your Pokedex and it's like, oh, okay, you're good enough, go. Just get out of here, go. Deal with it on your own, get your own Pokeballs. And so we gotta go back and buy them. Yeah. But, we definitely need experience. I also like in the later generations, you have the experience bar at the bottom there. Like on the combat screen, you notice there was that little triangle to the left underneath our name. That little line turns into an experience bar and fills up as you gain experience. You can see, if your Pokemon in battle is about to gain a level, and you want to switch it out so that it either doesn't, or if you're trying to do something specific, you can, kind of inhibit that a bit. So we got more of these just plain old Jane old Rattatas. We're going to be catching them. I'll go over them. I'll go over each Pokemon kind of when we catch it, or if it's something that's going to be way far off, then I'll go over it, a lot later, or right then. We'll go over it when we go over it. Just be patient. This is going to be a long series. We have 150 Pokemon to catch now. We're going to do it, and we're going to have fun along the way, because that's what this game is. It's a boatload of fun, and no, you can't just press down to get however many Pokeballs you can buy. We're going to buy 15, though, because, that's as many as we can buy. We're going to be going through a lot of these Sons of Guns. And, we'll heal up. And then, let's go catch our first Pokemon. Because why not? Because Pokemon. You gotta catch them all. And I'll go into some personal stories too. Like this This is going to be the longest series I've done on this channel, so I'm going to have a lot of spare time to fill up with commentary about my past experiences with the games, my impressions, what I think about it. Probably even go into the card game a bit, because, you know, my first holographic was something that we're going to definitely end up having fairly soon. Actually, I say fairly soon, but I'm 17 episodes in and he still hadn't evolved to it. Anyway, you come north through the Viridian Forest, and, yeah, I forgot which part of the tree there you scan to get an antidote. But you press A on that part of the tree there. It gives you a free antidote. And if you come over here, you get another Pokeball, so we're up to 16. Hopefully we can catch something with, 16 Pokeballs. Now, Viridian Forest has, in red and blue, I think, 3 trainers you can fight, maybe 4. In yellow, they moved one of them, which was really cool, and led to some other glitches that you can do. But in red and blue, you have those 2 that we passed over there on the right, and there's one guy sitting over here, and I swear to God, the encounter rate is not this nice to us throughout the whole rest of the game. It's kind of sad, really. I was hoping we could run into a Pokemon by now and catch his ass, but we're not. And if you scan right in front of that dude, you get another potion. I forgot to mention it back there, but the dude that teaches you how to catch a Pokemon, that's, very, very famous for another glitch, if you scan the tree right next to him, you get a potion as well. So, we're just going to walk around until we run into and catch a Pokemon. And it's going to be very similar to Mr. Ash Ketchum. Not to throw out too many spoilers there. There we go, finally. And a cute little adorable Caterpie. And Caterpies in this area can come in a range of levels, I think 3 to 5. 3, 4, and 5 are the levels they can appear at in Viridian Forest here. And so we got the middle ground Caterpie. It's not too bad. I mean, it's just going to take a little bit more time to level up. But we're definitely going to catch it here, pending that we don't miss every tackle that we try and weaken it to get it to stay in the Pokeball. And Pokeball Go. Now, this was always a fun feature. I think everyone remembers holding up A or up B. But that's our Caterpie, and we'll go over him a little bit in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching this series. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter and Patreon. Have a great day.